Is it on YouTube or?
It should be on YouTube, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if it's actually live or not, though. We should be live. I'm gonna pull up the YouTube app on my phone. Oh yeah, we're live.
Cool.
Sick! All right. Okay, so um welcome everybody. We are doing telemetry analysis with Alex Shen, very fast driver, 2500 iRating, has peaked at 3000 plus. He knows his stuff. And Alex and I both did some just Laguna Seca practice runs, just shooting the shit, talking about random stuff that in hindsight I should have streamed, but it's okay. And now we actually had very close lap times. I was a 121.446. Alex was a 121.493. So we're within 4 to 5 hundredths of a second of each other. But there's always different driving styles. I was driving the Ferrari 296. Alex, you were in the Aston. And
Yeah, that's correct.
I figure there is part of it's going to be the vehicle, but I think a lot of it's just like the driver's style as well. So we figure that there's probably some sections that you're faster than me and some sections that I'm faster than you, and then we can perhaps learn from each other and analyze things in that way. So do you wanna
Yeah, I think we can.
orient?
Yeah. Sorry, what was the question?
Do you want to orient everyone like what are we looking at like for each of the traces?
Yeah, sure. So first off, this software we're using is called Garage 61. It's a software that helps record your telemetry as you drive. It's really nice in that like you just download a software. It kind of just plugs into your iRacing. It's available for everybody, so and it's free. So like there are other softwares that do this for you too, but none of them are free like this one. So and this one's relatively easy to use. It's online, so you can share with your friends.
And it's like
And
automatically, it just syncs everything. Like after any session, you can just hop in and then you can see everything. I don't know why they called it Garage 61. They were just eight points shy of greatness, but there's probably some significance to the 61.
yeah, or 6 points away from absolute debauchery. But
True, true.
so this session was done at the same time. So Kevin and I were both driving, as he said before. Um, so it's really is besides the cars, it really is kind of apples to apples. Of course, you could say, oh, our sim racing wheels are different and everything, but we are both used to them. So like it's really down to driving skill and driving how much we know about driving that we were putting forth through this. And based off the times you see here, Kevin did 121.446, I did 121.493, and Garage 61 recorded everything from that's seen here. The first graph you see that my cursor is on is the line distance. So this is basically saying how long of a line was your did you take through the corner, and then how it varied from the other person. So as you see, it's a little different per round. Second one's time delta. So this is showing you at what points was I faster than Kevin or slower than Kevin. As you can see, mostly here within this 0.2, I am mostly a little slower. But you can see it's moving around a lot because I'm faster in certain areas, but also slower.
Well, just to clarify, the higher up you go on the y-axis, the faster I am, and the further down you go on the y-axis, the slower I am. So if you look at the very end, at the end of the lap, it's slightly above 0. That's because my lap was slightly faster. But then at the very beginning of the lap, you can actually see that you were faster before turn 2, because it actually dips below 0. Like you were ahead of me on the time. Like
Yeah.
if you go below, like if you put your cursor left towards turn 1.
Yeah, right here at this point. Right
Yeah,
here.
turn 1 you were actually faster than me because it was below 0, and then that whole complex.
Yeah, and then I went out wider and then scrubbed off more speed in the middle. So that's what caused me to lose more time than Kevin did.
The resolution's kind of potato here because I think this is the free what's it called, Discord. But
Okay.
what's the axis? Is that 2/10?
Yeah. So the top axis right here is 2/10, and then the red line right here is 0. So you're being used as the
So you essentially lost 2/10 in turn 2.
Yes. Well, a little more because it dips below, right? So could be like 0.23, 0.24. Right here it says I was at 0.031 and then it went all the way to 1.8. So yeah, 2.1 seconds. Or 0.21 seconds, sorry.
Briefly, because then you recapture it.
Yeah.
You've recaptured a tenth.
Yeah. Yes, that's correct. So like basically because I was able to go out a little further, I was able to commit to throttle earlier and get to full throttle quicker. So that's helped me gain back some time. But we can go more into that one after I explain the other graphs.
Oh yeah, my bad.
This graph here is the speed graph. So this is just like outright speed. It's good for seeing like where like what's the min speed, what's the max speed before you brake, min speed during the corner, and then you see it goes up and down per corner. These next two are your throttle and brake. You can see that it does include the blips too. So like the blips, I personally don't really pay attention to, but it does tell you what gear you go to, which is also in another graph down there. The brake trace is pretty interesting. There's highlighted sections that tell you where you hit ABS. And you got to see a general brake curve, like the real nitty gritty of iRacing. This next graph where my cursor is the gear, so it's just what gear you choose. Of course, this one may not pertain as much because we drive different cars, so different cars have different gearing. So what I may choose may not work well for Kevin, and vice versa. This next one is the RPM right here, and the last one is the steering angle. So like I usually can see if there's like if you scrub a little bit of speed or like you oversteer, you can catch that within the steering usually. But yeah, with that said, we can start going over our data. We'll start with turn 2. Turn 1 is flat out for both of us, so I don't think it's really worth going through that. But turn 2, I'll do turn 2 and turn 3 together. All right, turn 2, turn 3. So it's highlighted here on the track map, and so we can analyze this. Based off turn 2, I can see that Kevin brakes a little later than me and maintains a higher minimum speed. So we take a look at this map right here. I'm zooming in, and you see that he does take a shallower line. So shallower line decreases. Not only does it help you maintain higher minimum speed, but it also helps you, like in a racing situation, it does help you protect the inside line, so no one can stick a nose in there without and then catch you off guard. Going a little wider like me is definitely a little slower. I've had a lower minimum speed there, but I also got a better exit because I was able to commit to full throttle quicker, as we see at this with the throttle graph right here. The brake zone, we did both hit ABS like towards it as we were trailing off the brake, so that's something we probably could both work on. But honestly, we also hit it somewhat minimally, so I'm at least for now it's it's something we can improve on, but not something to nitpick.
I had no idea that I even hit ABS on that corner. I need to get the haptic pedal thing because I have no idea what it was.
Yeah, I mean it's once you're trying to gain more time for sure. As we see here, as we said before, I was faster going into the corner, but I definitely dropped off right there and I started losing time right in that middle section right here. This is where Kevin started gaining a lot of time on me right here. And then right at the second, probably where the second curve is, how there's a double apex, that second curve is probably where I started gaining back a little bit of time right there.
By getting on throttle sooner.
So we'll go to turn 3 now.
My least favorite corner of the entire Laguna Seca circuit.
Right here. And so here you can see that looks like I may have shifted or something along the lines of that caused me to dip a little bit here. Not sure what it is. But we see here that Kevin maintains throttle a little longer, brakes a little later, and although he was able to, he still made the corner. I braked earlier and got a little bit more throttle coming out of turn 3, which here it shows it shows appropriately that Kevin gained a little time on entry, and I started plotting my way back a little on exit.
But if you look at the time delta, it looks like we roughly were equally quick because the line it zigzags up and down a bit, but it's approximately at the same level. Um, you know, before you get to the between the section between turn 2 and 3, and then the section between 3 and 4, we're kind of at a similar spot again.
Yeah, I think like basically by the turn in of turn 4, you are like we're basically where we started, right? Is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
So 0.71 of a second is 0.69.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. So turn 4, let's take a look. Oops. Turn 4, this is where you actually braked a lot later and braked a lot less. So you actually just hovered on the brake a little bit right here. So you maintained 10%, like 10% at first, and then gradually got off the brake, whereas I had a bit of a sharper brake and then let off sooner.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep the front end loaded up a little bit longer.
Yeah, which is fair. But because of that, I actually did lose a lot of time there too. So that's where we gained 0.07, 0.08 about, just from doing that. And then of course, even like as we see, even with my better exit, I wasn't able to catch up to the original delta from before the corner. So I lost a good amount of time there.
So your Vmin is lower, and you also started braking sooner. So then, because my Vmin is higher and I brake later, I just gain more. I keep a higher speed differential. Yeah, so then that's why you see that steep in the relative on the bottom left. You see a steep upward where I'm gaining a lot of time on you there, almost a full 10th.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty much stuff. So that's 2, 3, 4. We'll go to 5 next. Let's turn 5. So turn 5 is actually quite the opposite. At least for Vmin, I actually maintain a higher Vmin, but you brake a little later than I do, and then you square off the little corner. You actually committed to throttle earlier than full throttle earlier than I did. So yeah, that's good on you for doing that.
Well, no, you're slightly faster. You're slightly faster in that corner. You regain some time. If you go back to turn 5, I want to figure out.
This is turn 5 up here.
Yeah. So how did you gain time? Can you start it a bit sooner? Because I want to see the beginning of the break.
Oh yeah, sorry. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's start middle of the straight. Oh, middle of turn 5. So I had a slightly higher top speed right here. The number is showing 0.3 of a difference, so pretty much the same. I brake a little earlier than you. And then here I start actually adding input. If I look at the steering wheel angle, I start adding a little bit of input sooner than you do.
Okay, so you turn it earlier.
So I basically take the earlier apex is, I think, the gist of it.
Okay, which allows you to maintain more speed. I have to overslow a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, but you get to full. Wait, no, you get to full throttle quicker. Yeah, so you're able to equalize a little bit on the exit, or not quite. So as if we look at right before turn 6, right, you're about like
you
6.1.
You regained like 100th on me.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was like 1/10 of a tenth, so like 100th.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess like so far it seems like almost early apexing is like, or like apexing a little earlier would be beneficial for both of us. I'm certain, depending on the corner, right? Like, so we go to turn 6. All right, so turn 6, it looks like I brake and turn in a little earlier from here. I added a little more turn. My min speed's higher. But you're able to commit to full throttle quicker too. So again, like if you have a steeper like speed thing, so we eventually catch up, right?
It seems like it's a driving style thing where I like to brake later than you on average.
Yeah, I think so. You did hit ABS here, but also I don't think that plays a big part in your line. So okay, so next corner. This is gonna be the fun
Well,
part.
let's go back. Let's go back to 6. I think did you? No,
Yeah.
I gained time on 6. I think.
Oh yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, you did gain. You did. But let me do the whole way from. Oh,
Yeah.
middle. We'll do middle of 5 to middle of 6. Right there. So this section right here. Overall, you did gain time here.
So I gained like
overall,
3/300ths, something like that.
0.12 from point. Yeah, about 300ths. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
And then we'll go to the corkscrew. So this one should be pretty interesting. We'll just do the corkscrew itself for now. Here, seems like you break a little later. Kind of oh, but you break a little later and you commit to. You tried to commit to full throttle, but then had to get off. So I wonder if you like had a moment of some sort. Doesn't look like it. Maybe you were just lifted off a little bit.
I lost a lot of time to you there. And if you look at the steepest part of that curve of the relative, yeah, it's
Well, if we look at the map right here, it looks like you did cut a little bit of the corner, so probably it threw your car off balance a little bit, I'd say. So where you had to like uncommit to throttle for a little bit.
wait, you're I'm red, you're blue.
Wait, no, no, sorry, yeah. I cut the corner a little bit, I guess, which I maybe have to be.
I think it saved you time. I overslowed because you look at how steep the relative time is on the bottom left. That
Yeah.
you gained more than a tenth on me right there. And that's actually at the turn in and the apex.
Yeah. No, that's true actually. It looks like you took a straighter line though. So I'm kind of confused in a way, right? Like, because like textbook theory, you're supposed to take S curves as straight as possible. But
Well, I think I'm just overslowing. I don't think I'm at the limit of the car there.
okay, yeah, that may be it too. We're both hitting a lot of ABS here. That's funny, but I mean that's also as expected, right? Being at the course too, where probably one of the hardest braking zones to get.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the overall delta was at 0.21 at some point, from me braking earlier. But then once we went down the corkscrew, it went all the way down to 0.1.
And then you gain another tenth on me right after that. Wow.
Yeah, no, the next corner is turn. Oh no. All right.
Good save, good save.
Yeah. So we'll do turn 9 next. All right, so let's see what we do here.
Oh, you don't break at all.
Yeah, I don't. Huh. I think did I start a little wider? No, I didn't start a little wider. So turn 9 is tricky because it is banked, right? It's a banked corner, so I think it does benefit you to hug it, I'd say. Or like even on the entry right here. I am a little shallower. I wonder if that serves to be beneficial.
Because the banking.
It's cambered corner, so I'm able to maintain some speed.
Makes sense.
Definitely play around with that corner a little bit when you get the chance to practice more.
Okay.
And then it seems like I use a little more track, right? So I'm able to go out a little further too.
Yeah, so essentially I don't need to brake actually. You actually lift off of throttle later than me too. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Oh no. All right. Yeah. Sorry for my bad maneuver.
Way better than me still.
Oh. Yeah. So I missed. You were able to come into full throttle, but I think because there's not that long of a straight, it did. You know, like you don't need to focus on corner exit as much, possibly.
Yeah, maintain more speed mid corner rather than
Like,
corner exit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this part right here, I gained a lot of time back, but it looks like I lost a good amount of time on the next corner too. So we'll go to the next corner.
Turn 9, turn 10 are my favorite, even though I'm slow there. I enjoy those a lot.
Over. Well, it looks like. So I think overall our net here would be zero, pretty much zero, right?
From where to where? From 9 to.
From 9 to 10. Because I lose a lot of that time. I end up losing a lot of that time.
Oh, because I have better exit. Is that me gaining?
Yeah, better. You have better. You brake a lot later, right? Your minimum speed's a little lower and a little later than.
Wow, I really ABS that up too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. Oh, I mean, yeah, you went full brakes basically, 80, 90%.
All right, so I gain time in the middle at the apex of turn 10.
Yeah.
But then at the exit of turn 10, you start gaining on me again. It looks like from the delta.
So this is turn 10 again. Sorry, I got mixed up. Yeah, so let's take a look at our positioning. I think I turned in a little later than you, despite slowing down faster. Because I am a little wider here. And then I'm able to maintain a little bit of speed here. I don't use all the track, whereas you still use the track and the curve, I'm pretty sure. Let's say. All right. Yeah, so I committed to full throttle earlier than you did, but you braked a lot later. So overall, pretty net zero for the most part. 0.05, 0.08. So yeah, maybe you were probably a little quicker through that overall. About like thousandths, if not like a tenth. Or thousandths, if not 100. All right, and then the last corner is turn 11. And then again, typical. I had a higher speed, but I braked earlier. Look at the line. It looks like you start turning in a little earlier, Kevin, but you use like that outside of the track too, right?
Mm-hmm. So the fastest line would actually probably be your approach, but using more of the track on exit. Your entry, but carry more speed to then use more of the exit like I do.
Well, no, because my entry is actually pretty slow. You see, at this time, it's like I'm actually losing a lot of time. I think my exit's ideal, right? That's where I gain a lot of time. I lose a little bit of it because I think I pinch it off for sure, but
yeah, if you didn't pinch it off, you'd gain a lot more because then you have that massive straight.
Yeah, I lose a lot of time actually just taking like a later exit. So if I take an earlier entry or later entry, so if I take an earlier entry, I could probably get a little time out of that.
Well, I don't know because it's showing that I am ahead. Like it's a trade-off. Like I have a better entry, you have a better exit, is all it's showing to me. But then if you look at the trend of that delta, like it's leaning in your favor because you have that massive straight. So I think you are actually faster from 11. You approach 11 in a better way. So there's a trade-off. Either you can optimize for entry speed or exit speed. I optimize for entry speed. You're optimizing for exit speed as you should. And as a result, you're going to carry that speed differential for the entire straight, and now that's going to help you.
I guess overall, looking from here to here, right, I'm 0.03 behind, and then at the end, I'm 0.04 behind. So I think if you want to like nitpick down to the nitty gritty, you are like.
But the straight doesn't end there. The straight ends essentially at turn 2.
This is not the start finish, right?
Well, no, it's gonna end at turn 2. Because think about if you carried that lap all the way, it would extrapolate, and that's why, as you can see on turn 1 at the beginning of turn 2, you actually are slightly ahead of me because you had a better exit even on the prior lap from turn 11.
I would say maybe in a race setting, yeah, but also if you're looking at a quali lap setting, right? The lap ends at the start finish, so it just depends on the situation.
True. Yeah. Well, yeah. So I guess on the lap before you want to optimize for the exit, and then on the lap, the lap that's ending, then you want to optimize for what I did. Yeah. True.
Yeah, but really cool stuff to analyze. I mean, we both have some work to do then. I mean, as we always do. But.
Yeah, I think on I haven't seen people set times on the new Laguna, but I always go on YouTube and just search for like a track tutorial to see what are the lap times that I should be aiming for. And I haven't watched a full one of those videos just because, again, it's a different track before and after the update. But some people are hitting like 120.4, you know?
I've seen people in the 119s also.
Oh, wow. That's flying, dude.
Yeah, but they could have setups too. I'm not sure. Like,
oh, yeah, we're doing fixed.
If you go to, like, if you want to look at, like, Laguna Seca laps overall, and you could go by, like, cars, right? Let's just go for the.
Let's do Ferrari.
Ferrari.
I see one right there.
Let me just go back to Ferrari. And we're going to take
It's alphabetical. You got to go back up. Or you can just do.
Right.
Oh, WeatherTech. Right.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Whatever. I freaking hate this. I mean, maybe it's just too hard to do here. Add laps. Okay, you see other people in 293s. So
You mean 296?
Or 296, yeah.
119.
Someone's able to do a 119.5. This 118 seems almost unrealistic, but hey, if someone's able to do it, then we could look at their trend too, I guess.
Has Verstappen done this before?
I think he has VRS, unfortunately.
What's that?
VRS is like another program that kind of uses this. You have to pay for it, but it like you also get setups too. Like if you want to end up, if you want to like do an open setup, they'll provide setups for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so like you can compare yourself to other people around here too. Over here it'll say whether setup's available. It doesn't say whether it's fixed or not, which is like I wish you could filter for like fixed setup. Yeah, but anyways.
Next time we stream, I'll try driving because the stream can probably not see any of the text. Like right now, I cannot see any of the text because it's all blurry, so that means the stream is also gonna struggle.
Sure. Yeah.
Next time I'll drive.
No, that looks better.
This was very helpful, man.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna stop streaming now.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit stop.